right, we're on number 8 of the Math 99 final exam review, and we're asked to find the solution set of this linear equation now. Just like the last one, we're going to start by drawing our line down the equal sign. And remember, we're trying to get x alone to see if there is a single value for x that works in this equation. Again, our first step is to simplify each side. So let's look at the left side first, see if it needs to be simplified. And again, we have parentheses, so we've got to distribute that 5 to both things inside. So starting from left to right, 2 plus 5 times x is 5x. And then 5 times 1 is 5. Put the minus sign back in between them. So 2 plus 5x minus 5 on that side. Now go to the other side. Same deal. There's parentheses, so I definitely have to distribute first. So 2x plus the 3 wants to get times by the x, and the 3 wants to get times by the 1. So I go 3x, because it's positive 3, and the 3 times 1 is 3, and 3 subtract, or think of it as a negative answer, 3 times negative 1, or put the subtraction sign back in between. All right, now let's go back to the left side. Oops, equal sign on the wall. Any like terms? Yes, there are. There are 2 plain numbers. The 3 and the negative 5, excuse me, the 2 and the minus 5. So 2 minus 5 is negative 3, because 5 minus 2 is positive 3. When I do it backwards, 2 minus 5 is negative 3. I write it down and bring down anything else I haven't taken care of yet, and that's the plus 5x. Put my equal sign on the wall, and now on the other side, are there any like terms? Oh yes, there are. 2x and plus 3x. 2x plus 3x are like terms and can be put together to make 5x. And I have minus 3. Now, these two sides look suspiciously alike. In fact, if I switch these two around, this is a positive 5x, and put that first, and that's a minus 3, which I can do as long as I keep the right sign in front of them, positive 5x, subtract 3, minus 3. I end up getting two sides that are identical. And if you look back in your packet, you will find that when two sides are identical in solving equations, the answer is all real numbers. You have an identity, and the answer is anything will work. I can put anything I want here for x, times it by 5, and subtract 3, and I'll always get the same amount on each side. So the solution is any number works. So all real numbers. All right, let's try number 9. And again, it's an equation we have to solve. It says find the solution set. So again, we're trying to get x alone. And this time I think there's going to be a solution. I start and look at each side. There's no like terms here. 6x and 10 are not like terms. And on the other side, I just have one term, so there's nothing to combine it with. So we're all ready to solve. I go to the busier side, and I could either subtract 6x or subtract 10. Well, which one can I take away from negative 13? It has to be the plain number. So I'm going to choose subtract 10 from both sides. On this side, that gets rid of 10. Plus 10 minus 10 makes 0. We don't write down the 0 because we don't need to in this case. So I just bring down the 6x. And negative 13 and negative 10 make negative 23. Now x is almost alone. This 6 that's attached to it is multiplied. Don't forget to check to see how to undo whatever's attached to x. And the opposite of multiply is divide. And so what I do to one side, I do to the other. And I'm going to move over here now. The 6's make 1. 6 divided by 6. So I get 1x, or just plain x, because I'm too lazy to write down the 1, equal sign. And I can just leave this as is. It's a fraction. It's in simplest form because 6 and 23 don't have any common factors. If you're not sure, check with your calculator using the fraction key. Is it on? Helps when you turn it on. Negative 23, fraction key 6. And it stays the same, or actually I change it to a mixed number, which is a good answer too. But if I change that mixed number to a proper fraction, it just stays the same. So here's my solution. This answer works in this equation. You can try it to see. by doing 6 times this number plus 10 to see if you get negative 13. All right, let's see if we have time for one more. Number 10. Again, I have to find the solution to an equation. Again, I draw my squiggly line down the equal sign from my wall. And I've got parentheses on the side, so I'd better distribute and simplify this side first. So 4 times 2x makes 8x. Put the minus sign between them and do 4 times 3 and get 12. Put my equal sign on the wall. Now these two are not like terms, so this side is as simple as possible. And this side is as simple as possible because they are not like terms. So now I'm ready to solve. I have 4 choices. I could subtract 8x from both sides. I could add 12 to both sides. I could subtract 6x from both sides, or I could subtract 22 from both sides. I like to undo subtraction because it means I get to add, and I'm good at adding. So that's what I'm going to do instead. So I'm going to do minus 12 with plus 12. So what can I add 12 to? This or this? Well, I can only add 12 to the plain number. So that's where I'm going to put the plus 12. On this side, I bring down the 8x. Haven't done anything with that. The 12s are gone. I undid the 12. Put the equal sign on the wall. Bring down the 6x. And now add 22 plus 12 and get plus or positive 34. All right, now go to the busier side of the equation. And I need to either undo by doing minus 6x or minus 34. Well, I can't do minus 34 because I can't take a plain number away from a x term on this side. So this is going to have to be my choice, minus 6x. All right, 8x minus 6x leaves me 2x. They're gone on this side. Put my equal sign on the wall, by the way. Bring down the 34. Almost done. Have to get rid of the 2. How's it attached to x? With multiplication. How do I undo multiplication? With division. I better go over here because I'm running out of room. The 2's are gone. That leaves me just x on the left side equals, and 34 divided by 2, you can check with your calculator, but it is 17. So this means if I put 17 where x is here and calculate this side, write down what I get, and then put 17 where x is here, calculate this side, and write down what I get, those two answers should be the same. This is the number that makes the equation equal on both sides. All right, tune in to the next video for the following problems.